Released in 2004 for the original Xbox, Fable wove its way into the hearts of gamers, despite not living up to every one of Peter Molyneux's promises. The next year, an extended version of the game, Fable Lost Chapters, was released, which added more quests and more areas to explore. Almost 10 years since 2005, Fable has finally managed to make it to the Xbox 360 in the form of Fable Anniversary. Fable Anniversary, without a doubt, successfully transitions the game to the Xbox 360. Using Unreal Engine 3, the game at times is indistinguishable from its sequels in terms of visual fidelity. However, there are some graphical issues. Some character models, specifically faces, look downright awful. During cutscenes, the game suffers from pop-in issues, and the animations themselves make the game appear dated as well. Another graphical problem is the frequent stuttering. The stuttering has been greatly alleviated by a day one patch, but is still noticeable in certain areas. Despite these graphical issues, the world of Albion looks better than ever. The scenery has been beautifully updated to HD, and the new textures look great as well. In terms of gameplay, Fable Anniversary presents very minor but welcome changes. Combat has been altered to match the control scheme of the sequels, so magic is on the B button, ranged attacks are on the Y button, and melee is set to X. The classic control scheme is still available, however, but despite these updates to the game, the age is still shown through the combat. Character controls can be clunky at times, and the camera will battle you more than the enemies. Welcome changes include a revamped save system and a more streamlined UI. It has never been easier to select your items, and you don't have to go through about 50,000 menus to just select a sword you need. And of course, the save system, which was very confusing in Fable 1, as I just mentioned previously, has been revamped, so now you can save anywhere, and there's none of this hero save bullshit. Despite the somewhat clunky controls, the overall gameplay experience maintains its charm. You can complete quests, gain experience to upgrade your hero. There are multitudes of side activities to do, ranging from, side quests to games, and even some fishing. Eat your heart out, Twilight Princess. Some more gameplay annoyances include the corridor nature of the world. The world is split into chunks that require frequent loading between them. The load times aren't too bad, but it's really annoying because these zones are very small, and again, like the clunky controls, really date the game. The sound from the original game has been remastered in glorious surround sound. The score itself remains wonderful and charming, and the sound effects still sound, believable. However, the voice acting has not held up for all the characters.
I'm a trader. I wander the world buying and selling wares, especially to fine folk like your good self.
The awkward performances are reminiscent of the era which Fable was originally developed. The era of Final Fantasy X, for example, the ha 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 scene. That's what comes to mind when I hear some of the voice acting. However, despite these issues, I can't help but laugh at the hilarious dialogue spoken through a barrage of different accents from the UK. Now onto some story. So the basic story is your player character's village is attacked by bandits, and you're rescued by Maze, the leader of the Heroes Guild. You're then trained and eventually go on a quest to discover what exactly happened and get some revenge along the way. It's basic and cliche, but it's almost 10 years old by this point, and it does a good job. If you've never played this before, you'll be pleasantly surprised by the story, but if you're a fan, it's going to be a nice chance to relive some moments, or maybe place the Lost Chapter side of the story if you didn't get to experience it the first time through. Overall, Fable Anniversary managed to stand the test of time despite some annoyances. The world of Albion is still a joy to explore, the characters are quirky, the game is funny, and it feels epic at the same time. It's a bit dated in some of the gameplay aspects, and in some of the sound design, and there's a bit of graphical issues as well. However, Fable Anniversary is well worth your $40. Especially at this price point, I can recommend a buy rating. So go out, do that. Buy Fable Anniversary. If you're a fan of the Fable series, this is going to be absolutely perfect for you. And if you're new, buy this one for the $40 just to check it out and see how this game series got started.
Wouldn't you prefer to be smashing